I'm Quita Culpepper in Austin. Summer camps across the state of Texas will open later this month, and many camps are scrambling to comply with new standards passed by state lawmakers last year after the deadly flooding at Camp Mystic. Reporter Daniel Perot has more on how camps are navigating the challenges and preparing for this summer.
I think the biggest challenge for us has been the unknown.
As they check safety harnesses and put finishing touches on a new horse riding area, a cloud of confusion hangs over Camp Double Creek. It's among the hundreds of camps still waiting for a new state license.
You're just looking out over all of nature.
Camp Director Dan Neal says 1,300 kids will spend part of their summer there.
We're not safety experts, but we have become safety experts over the course of the last 6 to 8 months.
Last summer, the state overhauled camp safety rules after 27 campers and counselors died at Camp Mystic in Kerr County. Here at Camp Double Creek, the biggest changes aren't things you can see like the ropes course behind me. It's things like policies, procedures, and training. It'll be a different summer, but Neal says he hopes that campers won't notice.
We will be able to communicate with parents that we were offering this experience in a safer way, but the campers are not going to feel any different. They're going to get the same great, wonderful experience.
There's been nothing easy about it for sure. It's been very expensive.
Mount Lebanon Summer Camp in Cedar Hill has spent more than $100,000 on things like a new public address system and a two-way radio system. They took down their playground and are putting ladders in cabins so campers can escape to the roof in the case of a flood.
Our guys are out today working on our egress lighting, and we have plenty of lighting around camp, but there's more requirements.
The state is working with camps to finalize their emergency action plans. The law requires camps to have fiber internet service. Camp Double Creek was among 20 camps that sued over that rule, saying fiber just isn't available to them or is unreasonably expensive.
To bring the construction down here to me where there's no other residents that are going to buy into it, it's a burden.
A burden that's heavier on smaller camps. There's a push to address some of the issues with the law in a special session, but that does not look likely.
We've never been more equipped or more trained or just primed for a great summer of camps and the safest summer I think we'll ever experience.
Camps are hopeful they'll be able to get everything sorted out before the first campers arrive after Memorial Day. Daniel Perot, KVUE News, Austin.
It's been 2 months since a devastating mass shooting at a downtown Austin bar. Now federal investigators are telling us more about the deceased gunman. The FBI now says he had no ties to foreign terror organizations, but he may have been motivated by military action in Iran. At around 2 a.m. on March 1st, investigators say that gunman shot a man in a parking lot near Buford's Bar on West 6th Street before walking over and opening fire on the bar itself. 3 people were killed and more than a dozen others hurt. According to the FBI, the gunman was seen wearing a shirt that said "Property of Allah" on the night of the shooting, and he admired the Iranian Ayatollah who was killed in a U.S.-Israeli strike on the day before the shooting. So they say his grievances with the military action, coupled with personal triggers, culminated in a violent, impulsive attack. Austin police killed the shooter just after responding to Buford's. A leadership shakeup at Uland City Hall after multiple officials resigned, including Mayor Lacey Duke. Now residents there are left wondering who will lead the city moving forward and how those vacancies will be filled. Reporter Jose Alonso headed to Uland to find out.
Controversy looms over Uland City Hall as employees and elected officials are swiftly resigning. This includes the mayor, mayor pro tem, and city attorney.
I believe it's a new wind of change, and you can feel it right now blowing.
It's caught the attention of multiple Texans with ties to the small town, like Yolanda Tobias Romo.
Because I wanted to know what was going on with my community, with my family's home.
Navigating these changes is City Administrator Hayden Brodowski.
State law requires that you cannot have 2 active vacancies at one time. So the way it works is 8 days from the vacancy, the city must either appoint somebody or hold a special election in the future.
Before the mass exodus, Mayor Lacey Duke was arrested by the Texas Rangers in December for allegedly misusing city money tied to the 2024 Uland Fall Fest. When asked about the felony she's facing, Mayor Lacey Duke previously told KVUE in a statement last December that she's innocent and is vigorously working to prove her innocence. The mayor kept her role after her arrest, but submitted her letter of resignation on Monday, right after Saturday's local election, when some new council members were elected. Duke shared a statement with KVUE saying, quote, "Regarding the future of the city of Ulen, I still have hope for its restoration and positive progress, but I have no faith in that potential at this time in the hands of the people who I experienced as deniers of facts, healthy municipal advice, and sound governance."
While I do live in a political environment, the day-to-day operations have no politics. I tell everyone I talk to, potholes, water lines, and sewer lines don't care who you voted for, right? So for me, you can rest assured knowing that even though there is a lot of drama out and about right now in the city of Ulen, inside of these walls is a government that is striving to be for the people.
The city attorney, Tyler Stevens, says in his resignation letter, in part, quote, "Despite our best efforts, we have not been able to assist the council in resolving differences, reducing tensions and personal attacks during meetings, or establishing a more predictable framework for addressing city matters." Although this rural Texas town is facing leadership changes, it's on track to move forward this Monday when city council holds a special meeting. In Ulen, Jose Alonso, KVUE News.
Caldwell County could soon see a major boom in data center development. Some neighbors say they're concerned about how these projects could change communities, while county leaders say the data centers could bring new opportunities. KVUE's Brianna Perez spoke with both sides about what may be coming next.
Very delicious and nutritious.
For 15 years, Derek Imadi has lived in Caldwell County.
These are some of the best peppers you'll ever eat.
Growing crops across 10 acres of land.
Anything from tomatoes and peppers to spinach and lettuce.
But recently, he has been seeing changes to the area.
There was hardly any neighbors. That's rapidly increased.
And he expects more on the way.
This prime location, which is going to be, right over here, it's going to be in my vision.
Imadi says his property will soon be surrounded by data centers planned in the area and worries about the impact they could have on both his land and quality of life.
It's going to be crazy, in my opinion, for such a large industry just to move in with all the ramifications that it comes with massive buildings, massive construction.
Imadi says he moved here for the peace, quiet, and open space, but he fears that could all be taken away. From his property, he says he will soon be able to see construction starting, and he's concerned about what this could mean for the future of his farm.
I don't understand the circumstances of why they're picking right here. And obviously, this is happening everywhere.
County Judge Hoppy Hayden says while 4 companies have been eyeing land in the county, only 1 project is set to undergo construction so far and bring in 52 jobs to the area. Hayden says the county is attracting more interest because counties in Texas have no zoning authority, meaning they cannot block certain types of development from being built near homes or neighborhoods.
And that is not just here, that's all 254 counties. And so it's no accident that data centers are primarily looking in rural counties with lots of land in the unincorporated areas of the county.
However, he says the county is pushing for responsible development through tax abatement agreements that include requirements like water-saving cooling systems, dark sky protections, and limits on water use.
I'm not the great proponent of them, but when they arrive here, I do have to deal with them.
Through the trees over there, you can see the top of the electrical substation.
Meanwhile, residents hope their voices are heard.
Do what's right for the citizens and not for the corporations.
In Caldwell County, Brianna Perez, KVUE News.
KVUE has reached out to Prime Data Centers for comment about the development, but did not hear back. And that's all from us here in Austin. Hope you have a great day.